So here is the website where you will learn more about material design. And I really encourage you to spend some time reading about material design, because that will give you a better understanding on how to create well-designed applications. There's a lot that goes into crafting a truly amazing user interface for your applications, and it's worth noting that you should really spend some time doing this. Okay, obviously this course is not about user interface. I just want to give you a head start so that you can start thinking in those terms. So in our website here, material.io, we have a few tabs where you can go design, components, develop, resources. There is the introduction here that tells a little bit what material design is, the goals of material design, and most importantly, the principles behind material design. And of course, there is material design studies where you can go and learn more. In fact, let's go to material studies. And you can see a display of applications that were built using material design paradigm. Very nice. You can scroll down again and learn more about it. Let's look at this Shrine Material Studies here. Full project created using material design. So you can read here, Shrine is a retail app that uses material design components and material theming to express branding for a variety of fashion and lifestyle items. I always like to look at screenshots of other applications I haven't built using material design, so that way I have more inspiration and I see professional looking applications, as you see here. So the content you can see here, we have the about Shrine, the product architecture we can go to, layout, colors, typography, iconography, shape, components, motion. Okay, all of these components, all of these are part of what constitutes a material design. So obviously I'm not going to read this for you, but you can read on your own time. And coming down here, you can see visual themes, right? So it talks about all of the visual shapes, the logos, and the branding of the application. You can see everything is very intentional, even the logo, as well as all of the user interface components, as you see here. The colors, as you see here, are very important. Very good. You can keep scrolling and you can look at the product architecture. You can see here they're showcasing material design running on different device sizes. Obviously, it's not just for mobile. And coming down here, you can see color. So color, I would say, is one of the most crucial parts of material design, because that is what gives the visual cues of what is that we're trying to convey to our users. You can see here the use of primary and secondary colors. What is happening here? Well, the primary color, as you can see to the left here, this is the color palette. We have the hex code here, and we have the number. These numbers represent the shade of this palette. Okay, as you see here, this is 100, and this one is at 900. Essentially, we're using the base color, but we're changing its palette. Okay, so it can be darker or less. So the bigger the number, as you can see here, the darker the color is. So every time you want to look at colors for your application, it's important to look at colors that go together. So there are palettes, actually material palettes you can use, so you can see exactly what goes with what. So looking at the actual application here, okay, you can see that the colors are being used beautifully. So we do have this upper section here. Notice the difference in color in our bar and the top bar at top here, okay? So this is lighter and this is a little bit darker. And then you notice we are using the secondary color for buttons that we may use in our applications. However, the actual icons, they get this darker color from this palette. You notice that everything actually works because these are colors that go together very well. And you can see to the top here, to add to the cart, it's kind of tough to see. There is again that icon, which in this case here, because the background is different, it takes in a different color, which is probably, I would say, this app bar color there. And you can also look at the text. The text takes the darker color because the background is black. Notice that again, the same icon we see here and we see there, they are changing colors. These are subtle differences, but yet very important because they make or break the entire application. Okay, so whatever we have in the background, of course, we have to look at the color of the icon or whatever we are putting on top of that background. Next, we're going to dissect a little bit more about colors.